All right, here we go. My crazy, antisocial, elderly aunt lives in the mountains of West Virginia. That's Deliverance territory. I'm sure she used to have a purty mouth. My aunt is a mean, bitter old woman who was suspected of shooting and killing her ex-husband, but the cops could never pin it on her.
Well, if there's no witnesses
Winning?
and she doesn't ever talks about it.
Years ago, she bought a small home on some land that borders the land of another family in a small, narrow, isolated, forested mountain valley. Living the dream. The other family had been living there for a long time, and they just wanted to be left alone, like most people who choose to live in a remote mountain location in West Virginia. My aunt bought chickens and started to let them run around, unfenced on her property. And the neighbors' dogs were very interested in those chickens.
Yep.
Get a thigh in one mouth and a breast in the other. Chickens would roam around and go over onto the neighbor's property. One day, without warning, she killed her neighbor's dogs for killing one of her chickens. And only one of the dogs was killed on her property. The other was shot dead in the neighbor's front yard.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yes, it is.
Look, if your chickens go onto his property and they get fucking massacred, that is on you.
Exactly. But if you're going onto their property to shoot their dogs, that's fucking evil.
We're going to have a problem.
The neighbors had small kids, and they loved those dogs. My aunt walked over with a shotgun and told the neighbors that they had better never let another chicken-killing dog go on my property again, or else she would kill him too. Well, the neighbors didn't take too kindly to her killing their dogs, and her actions with the shotgun, waving it around and threatening them, was
If she was on my property, I'd have shot her.
a little over the top.
Yeah.
But they didn't call the cops, knowing that my crazy aunt, who had a reputation for being violent, was unlikely to be arrested, and if she was arrested, she would quickly be released from jail and be back. So a couple of weeks later, when my aunt went into town, her home's back window was mysteriously broken, and a bottle of burning oil and gas was thrown into her home. I can't imagine who might have done such a thing.
Shame.
By the time the fire department finally arrived, the home was a complete loss, and every dog and possibly ex-husband killing shotgun and firearm my aunt owned, along with her other worldly possessions, were incinerated. The home was a total loss, along with the chicken coop, etc. I bet it smelled delicious.
Virginia fried chicken.
Woo! The neighbors didn't see nothing. Never. And the sheriff's department couldn't prove anything. My aunt had a long list of enemies. That's what happens when you're an entitled bitch.
Yep.
She didn't work, and she was too poor and lazy to have homeowners insurance.
Bye.
Ouch. So she had to move, and her son eventually bought her a cheap, rundown trailer in town.
Okay.
Those of us who knew my aunt figured she got what she deserved. Moral of the story, never screw with a mountain man's dog.
Yeah. I mean, come on. But like I said, like if the dog was coming off the property and attacking people.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. A dog is a member of your family. I got it. But the minute you take that dog and you willingly sick him on somebody else, or if he does it of his own accord, the dog became a weapon.
Yep.
Because let's be honest, you guys might think you're all big and bad. If I lock you in a phone booth and I throw a motivated cat in there, it could kill you.
Yeah.
And a 100-pound dog will kill you.
Yes.
I mean, I put on the bite sleeve, right? And we're in Iraq, and I'm like, I want to see how powerful these dogs are. And he lets the dog go. I put my arm up there, and it bit, and there was not 1 ounce of compassion or love in that dog's eyes. He was like, "You are food, bitch."
That's
and
right.
Like, threw me on the. There's nothing I could have done.
Yeah. Oh, God, that reminds me of John Wick 3 when the dogs jump up and start biting the dudes in the dick.
Oh, my God, I screamed like a bitch.
God.
I hated that. I was like, his balls.
And those were real attack dogs,
Yeah.
too, man. That they did not mess around. Those were not lovable things like offset or something. Like they were told flat out, you do not approach the dogs. You don't even look the dogs in the eye.
Correct.
Oof.
Yep.
Damn, that's a good movie. I still have to see the fourth one.
And look, I've seen way more good dogs than bad dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Like I worked for a guy. He had this black lab called Capone, 135, 140-pound dog, massive neck. It was just a big, powerful dog. And he walked around the property, and he'd like bark at you, like, bah, bah, and he'd walk up and bump you with his head and smell you.
Yeah.
Because he was about 8 or 9, right? So he's on the tail end of his lifespan. Well, he's got an electric fence, so, he has free reign in the front and backyard.
Okay.
Well, there's an 8-year-old little girl, 2 houses down, gets attacked by, I don't know, some type of big mutt kind of dog. It was about a 60, 70-pound dog. And she's screaming. And I remember I'm in the house, and I see that the dog, because I really didn't hear the girl, but the dog did. The dog was like, huh? Runs right out the front door, runs through the electric fence, doesn't give a shit.
Wow.
Kills that dog almost instantaneously.
Holy shit!
Bit it, crushed its head, and then slammed it around, and then walks back to the property like nothing happened.
That's a good dog, right?
Well, the owner of the dog that got killed came out, called the cops. The cops come.
Yeah.
And everyone's freaking out. And I literally tell the officer, I'm like, that dog was attacking that little girl, and our dog just went over and killed that dog and then came right back. He goes, sounds like a legit dog to me.
It's like when you told the Army people that it was your therapy. I can sell that.
But it was amazing. I just could. And when I saw that dog just wipe that other one out that quickly, I was like, that could easily be me.
It could be anybody, yeah.
There'd be nothing I could do. If I didn't have a pistol or a knife in my hand ready to go, I'm dead. And then I was 24, 23 years old.
Nature's a cruel mistress.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, and leftoids think that they can compete with nature by, changing it and challenging it with feelings.
Good luck with that.
Sure.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Popp for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.